So, the other day we were at a sporting event. My wife was in a conversation with a few young kids, probably, I don't know, around 10, my son's age, and we got on the subject of sports. Well, one of the sports that both me and my wife really love is the NHL. And my wife, being from Tennessee, immediately brought up the Nashville Predators. And when she did, she was talking to the kids, she goes, you know, the Predators, they made it to the Stanley Cup this year. You know, that's a really good hockey team. It's one of the teams that I follow. And the kid, without missing a beat, looks right at my wife and says, yeah, but they lost. They're no good. What? You see, this is exactly what's wrong with our society today. Now, I 100% truly appreciate the American competitive spirit, right? This leads to innovation in industry, and this is one of the reasons why the United States of America is one of the most productive and profitable countries in the entire world. But, and this is a big but, this method of thinking, though it is great for business, it is great for war, it is not a good strategy to live your life. Let's think about it for a few minutes. I'm going to give you a simple mathematical equation to define happiness. Happiness is reality minus expectation. If there's a remainder left over, typically there's happiness. Now, I'm not going to argue with you all the nuances about this equation because I understand there are people that say, well, this equation just tells you the only way to be happy is to never have high expectations. Now, I want to be clear about this. That is not what I'm telling you today. I am telling you, shoot for the stars. You want to become CEO? Let that be your goal. You want to make $1 million? Let that be your goal. I have no problems with those type of dreams, those type of aspirations. That is what's built this country. That is what makes America great. That is how we succeed in this world. But you need to be aware of the pitfalls that come along with this method of thinking. You see, I'm going to go back to me again. Why? Because the whole purpose of this channel is the lessons that I have learned from the mistakes that I have made. Decades of my life, YouTube, I have downed myself. It has corrupted my self-esteem, and I have lost my drive. I have been unsatisfied with a perfectly successful life. Because this is how I was viewing everything. You see, if I wasn't a millionaire, I wasn't successful. If I wasn't CEO, I wasn't successful. Everything was hinged upon being the very best. How are you supposed to live your life on this philosophy? How in the world are you supposed to develop happiness, a sense of contentment in your life, if the only thing that you will possibly ever settle for is the absolute best definition of perfect? This isn't attainable all the time. Your reality needs to have with it a set of reasonable expectations. Your reality needs to have with it an idea that second place is okay. Now, I'm not telling you to settle for second. I'm not telling you to settle for anything in your life. I'm telling you to do everything that you can to always try to win. But your happiness, your contentment, your personal worth cannot be built upon the idea that second place is the end of the world. I hope this video touched a nerve with a few of you guys out there. As you can tell, I'm just a little bit passionate about this subject. And the reason why I'm passionate, because this has robbed my life of happiness. That's the reason I'm so passionate. That's why you see me so angry and so upset. Because I'm looking at a kid who for the rest of his life is going to go down the path that I went, and I want so desperately to change it. The mission of winning in life is to change your life for the better. The mission of winning in life is so that you can learn from my lessons and you can not repeat my mistakes. This kid is destined for failure unless somebody intervenes in his life, unless somebody can inject into his life a positive mode of thinking that produces positive results, that produces success. If this video touched you, make sure that you like the video. Subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss future posts. You can also come find us on Facebook. I do appreciate every single one of you guys out there. Thank you for listening, and remember, if you want to win at life, you have to win today.